Hi everyone. In this video, I am going to discuss certain facts related to the present trend of dominating true experimental research designs. I have personally found that there are few teachers and even few postgraduate students who always have a passion only to do true experimental research design, and they consider that other designs are very inferior. I have seen certain people who comments like this, that all my students are doing true experimental research design, all are interventional studies. And even I have heard certain teachers, when they go as an examiner to other institutions, they even pass a comment like this: oh, that was not a high or a high level research project. It was just a descriptive research study design. Oh, it was not up to the mark. So this video is a small attempt to try to break that stereotype story of true experimental research design. Now, personally, I have found that certain research studies, they have only the tag or the brand name that their study is a true experimental research design. But when we go through the methodology, it is found that there are a lot of inconsistencies and it lacks the justice to come up to the mark of a true experimental research design. For example, there are certain interventional studies where fenugreek is being given to reduce the or to see what is the effect of fenugreek on blood glucose level. Now, the name of the design is true experimental, but the particular candidate or the researcher is unable to answer how she measured fenugreek when she gave it to the experimental group, or how much of fenugreek was added in how much of water the previous night, how it was soaked and kept, and how the patient was instructed to take the fenugreek. So they don't have a proper answer for that. We find that even certain researchers, they are not able to explain about the randomization procedure, how they what measures were taken to control the bias. So all such things are questionable because it is a true experimental research design. So just having a tag name or a brand name that the design is true experimental and all the other things should fit into the design. If it is true experimental, we know sampling, the randomization, control of bias, interventional protocol, all these things are something very important. But it's very sad to see that few studies are missing on these aspects, but the researcher and the guide takes the credit that it is a true experimental research design. True experimental research design is the best. I do accept it is the best because if you want to study a cause and an effect relationship, the best is RCT and true experimental research design. No doubt in that. That is why usually teachers prefer their students to take a true experimental design, because once a student takes a true experimental research design, she or he will be thorough related to so many aspects, related to the selection, related to randomization, even up to data analysis. My student will be perfect because she learns the complete procedure of a true experimental research design. That is the reason most of us are having that affinity towards a true experimental research design, and we encourage our students to take up that research design. There is nothing wrong in that. But we should not feel that the other designs are nothing. We should never have a feeling that descriptive study or a correlational research study is nothing. So once we are going to have that assumption, definitely our students will absorb whatever we convey, and that is going to pass on to a number of generations. So if it was only that only true experimental research design is the best, then why should we learn all the other research designs in our research textbook? In our research textbook, we have all sorts of research designs: non-experimental, experimental, true experimental, quasi-experimental, pre-experimental. We have everything. If only this is the best, then what is the need for other designs? So we should never underestimate the strength of other designs. There are certain situations where only a descriptive study design will give you the best result. For example, if I want to do the study like effect of certain selected interventions on homesickness among first year BSc nursing students in selected colleges. Now, first of all, I should know whether there is homesickness or not. From our personal observation and experience, we find that the degree of homesickness is reducing. In the present generation, the degree of homesickness is comparatively less when we compare it with the past generation. So, the best research design will be to do a descriptive research design to find out what is the prevalence of homesickness among first year BSc students in this present generation. Only when there is a degree of homesickness, maybe we can consider doing an interventional study to reduce it. So, please don't underestimate the strength of other research designs. Research is such a wonderful and an amazing subject which actually teaches us what are the different methods by which we can do studies in order to add that particular findings to our body of knowledge. We have experimental, non-experimental, qualitative, quantitative. I have seen certain teachers, they have an affinity only for quantitative research. They feel qualitative research is nothing, and vice versa also. There are some people who believe that only qualitative research is the best and quantitative research is nothing. So I think these sorts of prejudices should not be there, especially among the nursing academicians as well as the postgraduate students. We should be very careful because we are passing this particular prejudice to our students and to the future generations. We should learn and we should teach our students to learn and to respect and to appreciate every small piece of research work. Even a descriptive study, when it is done genuinely, when it follows all the protocols or all the requirements of a non-experimental research study, that is considered to be more superior than having an RCT or having a true experimental research design which is done in a way where it is not meeting any requirements of a true experimental research design. So let us not underestimate any research study. Any research study which is done in a very genuine way, any research study which is done based on the requirements, fulfilling that particular methodology is the best research. So we should learn to appreciate this because each small study is adding to the body of knowledge in nursing profession. So thank you all for watching my video. Thank you.